Hey, healthy runners. My name is Tricia Monticello-Keevan. I live outside Houston, Texas, and Coach Whitney asked me to record a little video to talk about my experience so far in the Healthy Runner program. I came to running in sort of an interesting way. I have done a little tiny bit of running in the past, but I've never really considered myself a runner. I have always really considered myself a cyclist. In fact, I am on the board of my community's bicycle coalition and do a lot of work with bicycle and pedestrian advocacy. But like I was the kid in gym class who I would get super red in the face when I would run around, and I feel like I was teased for that some, and just sort of generally was like, you know what, this running fast, running at all, not for me. Too much bouncing, too much up and down. And most recently I came to running because my bike was in the shop, and I have a cargo bike that I use for hauling my 3-year-old around with me if I go to the store or go to the park. And my bike was in the shop, and I have one of those fancy new e-bikes that I got. And it was the time of year here in Houston that the weather is just perfect, and it was killing me, going I just want to be outside exercising, but I don't have my bike. What am I going to do? Because the weather's so nice for the 3 months of the year that it's not summer here. And I remembered the way that the guy who sold me my e-bike described the utility of having an e-bike. He talked about having an e-bike takes all the excuses out of why you wouldn't go for a ride. It makes things a little easier, makes things just a little more accessible. And I realized that I was at the point where I was really running out of excuses for why I didn't know how to run or see myself as a runner. One of my very dear friends, Jessica Allen, is also a participant in this program, and she went and ran 10 miles while she was 7 months pregnant. And I have friends who are in their 50s and friends who are in their 30s, people who've had injuries and have come past it, people who've had other big major health scares, and they continue to be committed to running, and it's just a part of their lifestyle. And so looking at Jessica running while pregnant, looking at me wanting to be outside but didn't have a bike, I was like, I'm out of excuses. I'm never going to be the fastest person, but I just want this to be a part of my life. I just want to know how to run without getting injured, and to make this one of the things that I can choose to do to have an active lifestyle. And to be able to do with my daughter. I like being the kind of I want to be the kind of parent. I have a 3-year-old, so I'm pretty early in this lifestyle of parenting, but I want to be the kind of parent who models that kind of active lifestyle for my child. It's really something that I love about where I live, is we have more than 200 miles of paved pathways, and I want to be able to share that with her and share that with my community. So I've been so inspired by being part of this program. It's been great being matched with a coach like Whitney, who is also a mom, and just getting such great insights and encouragement about the most basic things, what do I do with my hands, silly basic things, how do I hold my hands, how do I hold my body, and just accessories, getting advice about what kind of shoes do I need. I think there were lots of practical things that seemed really intimidating, and I've really felt so empowered and encouraged by the things that I've learned in this program. I feel like this has been a wonderful space to be able to get inspired by other people's achievements and the things that they've committed to do for themselves that are making them feel strong and healthy. I've been really encouraged by that, and just feel very welcomed, and that I can ask my silly questions about what my hands ought to look like, or how much my breathing should or should not match up with my the pace of my feet. I have been so grateful to be part of this. I've really appreciated the accountability of being able to talk to somebody and also have somebody else make choices for me. I think I love group fitness classes, and that's mostly because I like somebody else being in charge of the decision making on my fitness for that day. I've really enjoyed being able to look at Final Surge and I don't have to make a choice. I have to make the time to get the jogging stroller set up, or make the time to do the strength workout, but I don't have to choose what I'm going to do. That has been written down for me and helpfully curated and picked for me. So in general, I'm having a fabulous time. It really goes along with the podcast last week with Whitney talking about how you identify as a runner. I never thought I would identify as a runner, but now I really do. I'm a cyclist, I'm a runner. I feel more like an athlete than I ever have before, and I'm really enjoying looking forward to different workouts and realizing that what running can be for me might not be what it is for other people, but it's still really encouraging for me to feel like I'm getting a little bit faster, to feel like things are getting a little easier, I can go a little farther. I'm really getting excited about those small, meaningful milestones that I'm recognizing in myself and in my running as it becomes more part of my life and more part of my practice. And that's really what I wanted. Like, I wanted this to be like a life skill that I could have. So I'm super grateful for this community. Thank you, Duane, and thank you to all the coaches. I'm really, really enjoying being part of this. So, thanks a lot.